cheers to everybody out there.
Monday morning cracks, everybody.
Feeling, and whatever's going on, just remember, any day could be a Monday. So have a beautiful Monday morning crack.
Have a beautiful Monday morning runner.
Cheers, Gunner! Yeah, everybody out there, cheers to you guys too.
Hopefully
we
you're all
love you guys.
drinking your coffees, eating your eggy wagsies with your jammy whammies. Hopefully your glazies aren't too glistening. Hopefully you got some good sleep. Maybe not breakfast yet because it's pretty early here in California.
It is early.
But we're hoping that you have a great
Monday morning.
Here we go. Monday morning crack.
Yeah, everybody. So cheers to everybody out there. We just want you guys to enjoy yourselves. We know traffic is horrible on Mondays, and we know that a lot of people don't want to wake up because you hear that alarm and you just want to press the snooze button and sleep in all day.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
true.
Say, forget Monday. I want to throw Monday
called
away.
The Trap.
But guess what, everybody?
Not to
We
be
are here
confused with
for you guys.
The Trap House.
To make your Mondays much more entertaining and better and beautiful in
and
the morning.
More beautiful. We're trying to send some positive inspiration out there. We're trying to put something good on the air, on the internet. Something good that your ears could listen to and you can feel good about yourself. There needs some positivity in this world. And this show is it. I know. We make fun of the things you like, but the things that you like are stupid.
Dumb.
So we're teaching you how to like cool things so you could have happiness, so you could have joy, so your ears could be filled with daisies and sunlight and blue skies.
Blossoming flowers and trees and rainbows in the air mixed with a little monsoon. Maybe a shower, not a monsoon. That's a little too crazy. But speaking of hot and blooming and everything, you know what time of the year it is. It is the time where everything happens. You guys know what time it is. Speaking of the time of the season, we know what it is.
Oh, do we now?
Maybe the Lennies don't know, but most folks do know. Guess what time it is, kids? Why do I say kids directly? These children are off school. They're off school. You take them out to play in the parks, in the water parks, wherever they have.
Wherever.
Put them in the sprinklers. Throw them in the pool.
Throw them in the water.
Throw them in the trash can filled with leaves.
Let them push you in the pool.
Sorry.
Just don't leave your cell phone in your pocket because then you'll be damaged for a day or two.
Actually, Gunnar, I've done that before.
Yeah?
One time,
How'd you fix it?
my nephew was, well, let me explain the quick little summer story, speaking of summertime. So my nephew came by to visit me. He was about 3 or 4 years old, and we have a little community pool in the area where I live. And so we went to this pool, right? And I have my niece, my nephew, my kids. And so we all went to the pools, right? And it was a fun, beautiful day, not knowing as soon as I opened the gate, this little guy, yes, he's Runner's nephew. You know how I knew? He ran to that pool, jumped in that pool with no floaties or nothing. He's only 3 or 4 years old, keep in mind, and this is a 12-foot pool. Jumped in. I had to jump in and dive after him, shirt on, shoes on, and everything on. Phone in pocket. Yes.
All right.
Phone in pocket.
That's right.
So how did I fix my phone, Gunner, was the question?
That's the question right there.
By buying a new one.
Really? You didn't dry it out in a bowl of rice?
It was done. It was done.
You didn't put a little bit of bowl around it?
This was years back before they had those nice waterproof phones and the good ones. This was probably like in 2016.
I heard that if you put it in your weed container, the weed will suck out all the water.
I don't have one of those.
The producers are saying that we need to edit that part out.
Yeah, just
sorry, folks.
Scratch that.
Scratch that if we haven't edited it out
Frankie,
already.
We'll get it out,
we will. We'll get it down to it.
Yeah, we'll get it out. But yeah.
All right, everybody.
Rice is the key anyways. If that ever happens to you people, just throw it in a bowl of rice or whatever of rice.
All right, everybody. We got a show to talk to you about. We're going to be talking about Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6 or Nintendo Switch 2. But either way, Nintendo versus PlayStation. It's happening this summer, and it's about to happen for the next 7 years, just in case you're not quite aware of what's going down. These are the stakes. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not coming out for the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the highest selling video game console of all time.
It's already on a streak beyond any other. You know, it started hotter than any other console because there's nowhere to get it.
There's nowhere to go.
Everywhere. You got to go like out of town. You got to go to a different country in order to purchase these things. It's insane right now.
It happened with the PlayStation 5 too, but
not as bad.
And Gunnar and myself, we came to the conclusion that the PlayStation 5 was a financial failure.
It sure was.
Yeah, because
it was.
Look what happened to it. There's no games. There's like zero essentially there's 0 exclusive games unless you count what?
Exclusive? Not too many. You're talking about, yeah, exactly. Not too many.
I'm not too certain.
But Gunner,
we're
speaking
still
of
thinking.
games and exclusive games, what games will be coming out this year?
Grand Theft Auto
Or
6
not
is
even
the only
this
game
year,
that
but-
anybody needs to worry about. So you get your little dollar bills, save your little pocket change, take those pennies off your loafers and put them into getting a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6.
But what games will be coming out this summer?
Summertime,
is what we're asking.
summertime.
So we got some good games coming out this summer.
We got some good
big.
games. Let's see. We got there's a horror game called Ill.
Yeah, that's right. We checked out that trailer. It
That
looked
was
pretty
my
awesome.
personal favorite. But the big one this summer is Borderlands 4.
Borderlands 4, everybody.
At the $80 price?
Go jump on it.
$70 price. No, $150 price?
I mean, that's with the gold, golden ticket. You go to Willy Wonka's factory and everything. So I don't know. I guess you get the super edition.
Because that was the big controversy behind Borderlands 4 was that it was going to be the first $100 game or $150 game. And then they're like, no, it's not. They were just testing people, though, just to see if they would agree with it. The $100 games yet. It's coming.
It's coming.
They already have it. NBA 2K is $180, the complete edition.
$180 at least. Maybe more than that.
And if you're on Fortnite, you could spend easily $5,000.
Yeah, thousands of dollars.
If you're some broke...
If you want to just get into
If you're some
Fortnite.
broke in Lenny and you just dedicate your life in being to Fortnite, then you might have racked up more than 5K, more than 10K on that game.
At least.
And you still lose, and I would still beat you. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, it's
That's the
true.
truth. That's the challenge right there.
It's the truth.
I'll beat any of you once.
Super guns, the super runs.
I will beat the champion once, even if it takes me
super runs
all day
that don't
long.
Sound healthy. But yeah, they do get the super equipment and the upgrades, the new characters, the LeBron James with the queen hat and everything. All that crazy stuff they get on Fortnite. So it's crazy.
Who was Tyrese? They had Tyrese do a live concert.
Huh.
And he was like a giant. And he was it was cool though. They made a live concert. It was Tigger. It wasn't Tyrese. It was Tigger.
Tiger. Yeah, that
something
guy.
like that. Whatever stupid rapper it was. Some idiot. He was
World
on
was
Fortnite,
on fire at the
but
time.
it was cool. There was everyone would come on this month, a certain month, or a certain week, and everyone would join in. And it would be like this whole little thing where you watch this concert of Tigga, and he's just he's a giant, and he's rapping, and everyone just jumps around. You don't kill each other. It's
I
mostly
see.
for the kids.
So maybe he just makes them. He's a distraction in the game. It's more like a thing where you put him and it was
an event.
He makes them. Oh, it's an event.
Yeah, it was
okay,
cool.
So those are cool.
Bad.
The occasional events
but they should have brought it in now. That was the only one they did. Because if you had another concert, like if you had Nirvana on Fortnite.
Oh man,
but
put Kurt
not
out
Nirvana,
there.
but you know what I mean,
just Kurt with the guitar. That's it. And the mic.
Who's popular now? Taylor Swift. Even if you had Taylor Swift,
Blink 285 or something.
Yeah, or
Wink 157. No.
Lenny's.
I think I'm
what
way
do
off.
you guys
right?
listen
Lenny's.
to? I listen to
Lenny's,
YouTube, so I don't really follow modern media. I don't follow the charts or the billboards.
What's his name? The one that sings White Wedding. That guy's still popular.
If you had Billy Idol do a Fortnite concert, and you go into Fortnite, and boom, he's on stage and he's a giant hologram. And all you do is bounce around and jump like you're in a real concert.
And then they transfer him into a minister and you marry online. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Why don't they just do that? Have the special wedding kill or something.
I think
because you know what? For some people, wedding is parish.
I believe that Fortnite is finally plateaued, but it made a path for video games. It made a path for us gamers. It did this online battle royal.
It was cool. It was cool.
That everyone and their mothers got down on.
100 versus 100. It's pretty cool.
100
it's
versus
you against
100.
everybody.
It was super cool.
And then sometimes you could team up.
Great business model too when they were putting dance moves in it.
Yeah.
Like people suing because you're stealing dance moves. That's like suing someone for farting because we all fart.
We do.
And so,
the fact that building,
I should sue
it makes
Lil Wayne because he farted and I
Yeah.
patented the fart.
Well,
sorry.
but the fact is that they
producers are telling me to slow it down.
No many farts.
All right, everybody.
But
But we do got some things.
We
We're
want
going to
you
say
guys
this.
to know that it is time.
Me like he done before. About the
Back to rabbits.
All right, Lenny's, we are going
right,
to tell you about
we
the
will tell
rabbits.
you.
This is what's
The
going down.
rabbits are-
Nintendo Switch 2. It's out. It came out already. It came out on June 7th, I believe. Then Juneteenth. It's out right now. So everybody, you can't get it because it's sold out.
It is sold out. You
It's
can't find it
already
anywhere.
made a bunch of sales. It's already sold out worldwide, not countrywide,
Worldwide.
not Japan and America
He's not lying.
wide.
It's the biggest console out there. It's the biggest,
Not Japan,
quickest.
Mexico, and America all sold out. No,
But
the world.
It's all time right now. This is the all-time selling #1 console right now in our current state. There's nothing that has ever sold bigger than the Switch 2 coming out at the beginning, straight out the gate. So
Except
it did
for
better
GTA 6.
than, well, just consoles, not video games. But yeah, we're saying that it went bigger than PS2, which was the hugest, most selling of all time. But they're not including during the Rona, because during the Rona, Switch 1 was the #1 selling console at its, that was the prime of Switch 1. So everybody knew that it was it.
Is it. And even if you look at the comparison of graphics between the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, the Switch 1 is still good.
It's better.
It's better.
It's better.
It's better.
You could tell.
I agree.
They kind of rushed it maybe a little too much, and that's what the problem is.
That's what the problem is. That's what we're saying.
They rushed it too quickly, and they're just quick to get something out to feed down the throats of these gamers.
Yeah.
And it's kind
They
of
were
a sad
begging.
situation.
Begging for something called a Nintendo Switch 2.
2, yeah,
They
but it's a
wanted
sad
something called the
situation.
Nintendo Switch 2. It's like they wouldn't let it go. They were bleeding.
Didn't the
Nintendo
OLED just
Switch
come
2.
out recently, though? Didn't it come out
How
only
come
a
they
few
don't-
years prior to the Switch 2 coming out?
That's what the problem is.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
that's
The
what's happening.
OLED. Shouldn't it be called the Nintendo Switch OLED 2?
That would have been cool.
That's what it should be called, because look, we don't want a Nintendo Switch 2, but I believe that this is what happened. Nintendo Switch 1, they made this thing in 2017 that they didn't even realize it was going to be so big, because they were taking a big chance going up with a handheld against next-gen consoles that were coming out at the time. Nintendo,
What the problem is?
PlayStation 4 is the next gen, Xbox Series S,
Next
Xbox
gen.
Series E, Xbox Series X. They
X1.
all
See, they did like
are next-gen system.
They did like the PlayStation.
PC.
They did PlayStation Pro. They did VR. They did all this stuff before they actually released the 5.
Yes.
But Switch just went from 1 to OLED to straight up OLED to. Oh no, wait. They also
I
had the
got
other
it.
one.
They went from horrible to very horrible to extraordinarily
And what
awesome.
nobody really talks about is the Switch Lite, and the Switch Lite was
The
a
Switch
complete
Lite, too.
failure. That one was terrible.
It was the Switch.
But once you get the drift on the Switch Lite, the
Oh,
only
you're
thing you
done.
can do is
Throw
add
it
a
away.
Pro controller. Well, you could still
You could throw it in the trash.
or that, yeah, or you could
Or use it for a very big paperweight.
that, yeah, or put your cups on. You
Yeah.
could use that.
It'd be a good cup holder. But the Nintendo Switch 2, though, is not really making the same legacy for itself by just being itself. So I believe what happened was that the Nintendo Switch has got their ear to social media in a very bad way, where they're listening to every troll, every Lenny, every simp on Earth, every furry. They're listening to furries to get instructions in how to make their next console. Everybody, it's summer.
It is summer
2025. Brat Summer.
2025.
You wanted Brat Summer? Well, we are getting Brat Summer.
So what's happening
right
is that
now?
Switch 2 is going to be
Ladies,
the console this summer.
Pull out those bikinis.
Oh.
Men, pull off those shirts and show those sexy stomachs to the ladies. Because the ladies
Abs of steel.
love stomachs. Chubby stomachs, six-pack stomachs, hairy stomachs. There's a type of lady who loves them all. So this summer 2025, you, who is
get a
going to get
chick.
kisses from girls? You are.
Lots of men. And
Runner.
even if you got those cakes.
Why don't you tell these Lennies out here how to shape up to get the finest tanned girl with the most brunette hair this summer, 2025 Brat Summer?
Well, it's going to be a difficult situation because first off, you have to reinvent yourself and reinvent your thoughts, because your thoughts are the chick's automatically going to come to me and she's automatically going to be with me. But no, it's not going to happen like that. You've
way.
got to man up. You've got to show the confidence within yourselves. Get out there. Go after the girl. Number one, go after the girl. Go get her. Don't be scared of rejection,
Get off the wall.
because rejection doesn't lead to affection, everybody. Okay?
No, it does not.
Rejection just leads to moving on to a different direction. There you go.
That's
you
right.
see? So if you go to another one, maybe she might accept the way you look, the way you are, as long as you're positive, confident, and
course.
treat her correctly. Make sure to dine her correctly. Make sure that she is complimented correctly, at least on a
Complimented.
daily basis.
Correctly.
Not all the time. I'm not saying to kiss her, you know. Do not kiss nalgas. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. But you could compliment her in several directions. Just talk about her hair or her eyes, or she did something different. That shirt looks great on you. The sun shining on your hair makes it come out this way in summer. It's looking great. And so this is the way you can score an amazing babe. By just doing those simple steps.
All right, everybody.
And once you do all those things, and plus clean yourself up, you know, don't be a dirty man and don't come all funky. Get nice and dressed at your Sunday best.
Yeah,
and
that's what we're
she
saying.
will come with you.
All right, everybody. Look, we got a nice show for you, but we got to take a quick commercial break because it is going on today in your car while you're listening to us on your way to work with your bagel in hand. You just got out of 7-Eleven, pumped some gas. You should have pumped gas last night, but you were kind of tired. Should have washed your face last night too, but you were tired. You went to sleep, got your pillow dirty.
Now you got
up.
to get that crust out of your eye.
At least you brushed your
Krusty the
teeth.
Clown.
And took a crap. Hopefully you shaved your face.
And hopefully you wiped.
Hopefully you combed your hair. Hopefully you put deodorant on at least, because look it, this is going to be Brat Summer.
Sniff,
or
sniff.
Trump Summer, whatever we're calling it this year. 2025, summer
2025.
Look at the dinosaurs before their existence have been waiting for summer 2025 in California.
That's all they've been
Let me
doing.
just tell you that. But we got to go. We're going to talk about more Nintendo Switch versus PlayStation 5. What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening with
so
these
much
systems?
happening.
And also, what games are
many
coming
things
out?
are going on. You know, there's so many changes and so many big events going down.
Changes.
So we're going to explain all these big events and all these huge changes, but we won't until we do this.
Certain segment that we got to pay our sponsors because they pay for our show.
And let's give them those
And also,
props that they
Lenny's,
need.
thank you, and Maniacs. I'm not thanking you, Lenny. Sorry, I retract that gratitude, and I lay it onto the Maniacs and the Darling Maniacs
The Darling
for
Maniacs.
making this a well-listened-to show, a prosperous show that earns lots of money, that entertains your ears and your hearts with positivity and, you know, stops the negativity, and we join forces and we join alliance and we all fill the world with love and video games. And
Yeah, that's
then we
right.
have a good summer 2025. I want to thank you guys for your donations. I want to thank all of you out there for all
Heck
the
yeah.
jump starters and kickstarters you've done for us, that you set up in our
Everything
name
great.
just to pay for this equipment, all this equipment that we have, this studio. Thank you
Everything.
very much.
Thank you so much.
Maniacs and my darling
Darling
Maniacs.
Maniacs.
Thank you very much. And
Both
we got
of you.
so much to talk about and
Oh,
so
and
much
I want
more.
to say that Fluffy suck. And also, Fuzzies suck, I mean.
Furries.
Not fluffy, furries, whatever. It's the
Furries.
same thing.
Don't be a
Frankie,
furry,
which one
everybody.
is it? Oh, he said furries.
You
Sorry,
want
my
to
bad.
win at
All right,
video
furries,
games.
I mean.
If you want to be a winner, you got to
love
be
Fluffy. Gabriel Grace is cool.
anti-furry.
But furries suck, I mean.
But yeah, this is the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast, everybody. We
Yeah,
talk
we
about
gotta pay
video
for
games every Monday morning. Every Monday morning, we post a video game podcast on YouTube. It's the Video Game Podcast. It's not
The
IGN.
only
It's not
video game
Whack. It's not
podcast.
GameSpot. It's not Giant Palmcast. It's
Yeah.
the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
The
We talk
only
about
one
video games.
that
We
gives you
don't-
the true opinion of the true people. We're for the people. We're for you guys out there.
And made
that's
by
why
the
we gave-
people.
that for them.
paid for by the people.
We're giving it just to them, and we're giving it to you guys because you deserve it out there. You guys deserve the actual real opinions of real people
That's
like
right.
me.
And even though
Gunner.
you are paying for our show to happen, this is still a free podcast. We don't
is.
monetize. All these other podcasts, they monetize. There's a commercial in the beginning. There's a commercial in the middle. There's 2 commercials in the middle. There's 2 commercials at the end. And then there's a commercial after the end. And then there's another commercial when you start the next episode.
Wait a minute, Gunner. Speaking of commercials, we got to pay our sponsors.
All right.
So we'll be right back
after these commercial breaks. Tide!
Gunner, Gunner.
Welcome back.
Our back, and we'd like
back.
to thank our sponsors. Thank you guys for those wonderful commercials.
Thank you. And also Jiffy Peanut Butter.
Jiffy Peanut Butter.
If you like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, well then have a glass of milk
And if you
with
want
your
your sandwich
Jiffy.
extra spiffy,
Peanut
then
butter
grab
sandwich.
yourself some Jiffy.
And we don't call it sandwich, we call it sandwich here in Los Angeles.
Sandwich.
Everybody out there, we're hoping that you're having a good Monday. If you could have a good Monday,
Then
you could
can
have a good
great
life. A great life. And everybody knows that. We know
Everybody
with
knows that. That's
the
why we're telling
turmoil that's going on in the world and the media turning its complete back to men and
Right.
straight heterosexual men
Right,
who
yeah.
love
Trying
women
to change them out.
and bikinis and
Ew.
blonde hair and blue eyes and long, smooth legs. You know what I just said is something you like.
At
So
least
with
one of
that
those things,
said-
right? At least one of those things.
There are video games coming out this summer. You can go to the beach and you can enjoy yourself some nice summer atmosphere.
Yeah, plus you could go out there. I remember back in the days. Ooh, what?
Were you talking about Elton John?
Not back when the.
Were you talking about?
Get a kick out of that, don't you?
Yes,
But
yes,
back
we
when you
do.
could barbecue. All I was gonna say back in the days when you could barbecue, I
Back in the day
freaking.
when
I think my little green can friend is kicking in. But when you could barbecue, it was the good old days. Those were the good old days, and you could actually barbecue on the beach. They showed it in Karate Kid, and it was true. And even beyond
Yeah,
Karate
it's
Kid
true.
days,
Now
you
they
could
banned
actually
it.
grill it up. Yeah, now you can't even take a canned beer.
Thank you, Lenny's.
You see,
for that one.
It all started with the bottled
Also,
beer.
thank you for the speed bump
Somebody
that's in front of
stepped
my
on it,
house.
cut their. Oh man, there's speed bump in front of your house.
Oh,
huh?
and also thank you for the floodlight on the trash can in the apartments.
Who's flooding?
Thank you, Lenny's, for all the great restrictions you
Thank
put on
guys
us as a
so
society.
much. We love it for that.
Not.
That's true. That's true. And we do want to thank them for being Lenny's also, because. Let's run down. You want to play it? All right. Wait a minute. All right, everybody.
We got to go, everybody. We are your podcast. We are the Los Angeles podcast. We are the free podcast. We don't
the
monetize.
greatest
We don't put
podcast.
commercials. We don't have stupid beginnings that take forever to listen to each episode that you listen to. We're not a 2-hour podcast. We don't have 2 hours on the air while we interview people that nobody cares about.
Nobody
we
cares
are
about
half
it.
an hour long. We don't curse. We don't talk about things we don't like, unless you're talking about PlayStation 5. I kid. I love the PlayStation 5. In fact, I'm getting one because I need
It's
it because
pretty
Grand
good.
Theft Auto
but,
6
I mean,
is coming out.
That and there's all the sports games. All the newest sports games are coming out. If you're a sports gamer, then you got to get that PS5 because PS4 is not even going to put anything on there. Only NBA 2K, and that's about it.
Well,
I don't
can I be
understand
real?
why Switch 2
If
doesn't
you're
do
a
it.
sports fanatic, if you like sports games, then you need to get yourself a Dreamcast
Oh man,
because that one had the best
old
games ever.
ones, Yeah.
Or MFL. I
MFL.
love MFL.
MFL's great.
Mutant Football League. Runner and I, we
Oh,
play it all
play
day long.
We play that game, and it's so fun.
We've
and
won,
it's satisfying.
fifth-
Multiple
10 championships? 10
Yeah.
championships, I believe, around there. 10 championships.
Without losing.
Without
So-
losing. Well, some we like didn't restart. Everybody out there,
the
Gunner
beginning is
is
tough.
playing Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64. He bought himself a Nintendo 64.
Wow.
And now he's playing a Nintendo 64.
Going back in the time.
He bought himself a Resident Evil 2. I'm talking about me. I bought myself Resident Evil 2
Resident Evil
on
2.
Nintendo 64 at Game Hogs in Los Angeles. Oh no,
Game
Whittier,
Hogs.
right? Whittier.
Oh yeah, Game Hogs and Whittier. Yeah.
Game Hogs in
Game
Whittier.
Hogs in
Go ahead
Whittier.
and Instagram Game Hogs or Google Game Hogs in Whittier,
Yeah, there's so
California.
many cool games
and
out
you'll find
there.
some good games. They are pricey. I paid $55
Woo.
for this particular
the
copy
bank.
of Resident Evil.
They're
Didn't
trying
come
to
with a
compete
box,
with the new
but
video
it
game
is
prices.
a game that works, and I am playing it. I'm taking Leon through the police station one more time, or maybe it's not the last time. But we'll see.
Could it be?
It's a great game, great graphics. It still holds up to this time. It was made by Rockstar San Diego, or the same team
Yeah.
behind Rockstar San Diego, which essentially
Those
means
guys are GTA.
that the people who brought
They're
Resident
awesome.
Evil 2 to the Nintendo 64
Those guys are great.
the same people who made Red Dead Redemption 2.
and Grand Theft Auto. All.
Oh, I thought that Grand Theft Auto was made by a Santa Monica team.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego team
Same
made
thing,
Red
though,
Dead Redemption
but
2.
same company. Same company,
though,
though.
Rockstar.
Same company.
I think they were called Angel Studios back in the day.
They're just branches, yeah.
Yeah.
They were, but they're just branches off of each other. But technically, same company. And you're right. They did make Red Dead Redemption Part 2. And that game was really awesome. That was probably one of the greatest games of all time ever invented, where you could hunt, you could go after your enemies, you could do anything you can. It's a free-for-all. You could roam. If you haven't played that game yet, you've been lost. You've been under a rock because you have not lived in the gamer world yet. So please, if you haven't played that game, I suggest you somehow go get it, either whatever way it is, whatever console you got to get to play it. Get out there and do it, even if it's PC, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, you got to. Retro gaming's popping right now, everybody.
Game.
Retro gaming. So these games on PlayStation, like Twisted Metal 1 through 4 on the PlayStation 1, like 15 years ago, these things were like $5. People couldn't pay enough to get rid of them. And now that same copy of Twisted Metal 4, 3, 2, and 1, you are a runner gunner listener.
Like $60, $70?
$60, $70. I think part 2 costs
insane.
Like 150, I want to say 150.
It's so much money.
The rest of them are like $45. If you want mint condition, it's well over $300. If you want Twisted Metal Black, then good luck. You're paying another $70 to play that
Twisted
game if you haven't played it already, because that game is amazing.
PS2, yeah.
All right, everybody, but we got to tell you something. And what is that something that we got to tell you?
Yeah, let them know what we got to say, because this is very important to the world.
Everybody out there, we got to end the show, but we want to tell you that we're going to be back with much more content. We're filming content now. Look at, we're on the air. We're filming us. You can see what we are. We can see what we look like. Everybody likes the way we look. I don't care if you don't like the way we look. The ladies like us.
Doesn't matter.
The ladies like the way I talk, especially when I talk nice and sexy like this. I'm going to be telling you about the radio show that we're about to introduce to you. It's the Video Game Radio Show. No other podcast has ever taken on video games the way that we have. Not IGN, not GameStop, GameSpot, Game Informer, none of those podcasts or none of those websites or none of those news outlets have ever provided you with the entertainment that the Runner and Gunner Super Video Game Podcast is providing your ears. And we're doing it all with positivity. We're not lying to you. We're not taking paid reviews. We review it right down the line. What we play is what we say.
That's right.
But without further ado, we got to end the show. It's time for the favorite part of the show.
So everybody out there,
that everybody loves.
Just listen up and know that this is it. The best part of the show? The greatest part of the show?
Minute Rundown! What is up, everybody? It's the 2-minute rundown. We like to tell you that it's the 2-minute rundown. Runner's got a whole lot to say to you.
In the NBA Finals, which are going on right now, we've got ourselves a Game 7 Sunday that you guys already see. Can you believe who's the champion? Oh my goodness, it was the greatest game ever played. It was so close, it was so good, all the way to the very end. I loved it, and I thought it was one of the greatest games ever. And Ice Cube was on Saturday at Dodger Stadium, but what about the games before that? The Padres, the Dodgers, it was insane! They were hitting each other. Ohtani got hit twice, and Tatis got hit twice. They almost brawled it out. What a crazy game! But Dodgers are still in first place. Angels are struggling. But what's going on in the world of video games, Gunner?
Super Video Game Podcast. Well, the strike has ended. That means that the dam has been opened. The dam is ruptured. Video games. It is a true Brett Summer. If you are a video gamer, because it's about to get good, everybody hold on to your controllers, because the next couple years, the wars are back on.
The
PlayStation versus Nintendo. Nintendo versus PlayStation. Xbox versus PC. Also, the next Xbox is said to be shaped like a PC, so that they blur the lines between the competition and the console.
Sounds rough. Sounds like it's going to be a lot.
But we got to go, everybody. So next
war.
week, we're going to be talking more about video games. We're going to be talking about PlayStation 5. We're going to be talking about Xbox. We're going to be talking about retro video games, and a whole lot more.
So much.
So stay tuned. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Peace out,
Sorry,
everybody.
people. Have a great Monday because
God
if
bless
you
you.
can have
Jesus
a great
Christ is the
Monday,
Son.
then
He's
you
risen.
can have a great life.
Jesus Christ bless you, everybody.